Hey everybody, it's me again, Jason York, No Game with Jason York, and I know that in the past I've done some challenges of, some split challenges, some push-up, squat challenges, burpee challenges, and I did the handstand challenge. Well, this month I decided that, every weekday I'm going to go and do a wrestling technique session. All right, so it's not going to take too long. But the first thing I want to talk about in wrestling, in pretty much the basics, is stance. And stance is just the position that you get into to wrestle on your feet. Right? And your stance is super important, because if you don't have a good stance, it's like the foundation of a house. If you don't have a good stance, you're just going to crumble out there. All right? Nobody wants to crumble out on the wrestling mat. All right? So to get in a good stance, first, I stand up nice and tall. I breathe a little bit. I get loose, relax those muscles a little bit, right? And then I'm going to bend at the knees, lower my hips, and stick my butt out, right? So that's just like this. I'm here. I'm nice and relaxed. I stick my butt out and bend to the knees, keep my chest up, my head up. That's the first part of my stance. All right. Now, when you do that, when you get down low, you have to think about your hip position. Again, that's why I'm saying stick your butt out. Because if your hips are kind of in and you get down, you're kind of immobile. You can't move that well. You got to really stick that butt out, chest up, nice and low. All right. Ideally, you want to be able to protect your legs. So I get down and I drop my arms to protect my legs. Keep them down here. I keep my hands forward, my elbows in, all right? I don't want to be overextended here. I also want to keep my head up, all right? If my head is down, when I take my shot, I'm going to go down to the ground. I don't want to do that. I want to keep my head up, so when I shoot, I go forward, all right? I'm always going forward when I'm wrestling. I'm always trying to go forward, okay? Again, I lower my level, I relax, I lower my level, I get nice and comfortable in here. Elbows in, hands out front, and now my foot position, all right? Everybody has a different way of lining up their feet. You might want your left foot forward a little bit, you might want your right foot forward, you might want your feet completely square. You might want to be really staggered, like this, all right? The position that I've found my feet to be the best is to have one foot slightly forward and slightly wider than shoulder width apart. That's the best positioning I've found recently. I used to be more like feet closer together, almost like my knees are together, and that was to prevent the high crotch and the fireman's carry. And one thing it left me susceptible to was the double leg. In recent years, I've kind of spread that out. I put my left foot about half a foot behind my right. I get about shoulder width apart. I bend, and I'm right in here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to attack, right? Ready to be at it. And I'm in here, nice and low, protecting those legs. Hands out, not catching barrels, all right? Elbows in, head up. Chest up. I want to make sure my head, my heart, my knee, and my foot are all in a line. Because if my head's in it, my legs are in it, my heart is in it, my head is in it, I'm going to have success. Right? So those are some things to think about when you're getting into your stance. I hope you enjoyed this. And again, the stance is the basis for all your moves. If you don't have a good stance, you're not going to be a great wrestler. If you can't stay in that stance, you're not going to be a great wrestler. It all comes down to this. This is how you move. If you're not in a good stance and you're moving around, you're going to get taken down. Right? You're not going to be able to hit your shot because you're going to be out of position. Right in here, ready to attack, on the balls of my feet, loose and nimble. Have a good day, everybody. Remember, No Game with Jason York, wrestling technique, stance. Take care.